Welcome Day 2, Journey to Mythic Immortal. Let's get into it. The first game started pretty well. We had good control early and decided to go for the turtle to secure that early advantage. And yeah, it turned into a trade. At that point, I thought it was still worth it, but after that, everything just started going downhill. Every time a team fight started, I was either getting caught out or focused down instantly. It felt like no matter what I did, I just kept dying over and over again. But the thing is, my team really stepped up this time. While I was struggling, they were making plays, winning fights, keeping us in the game. They were basically carrying while I was trying to catch up. As the game went on, I focused on farming, building my items and slowly trying to develop some kind of flow again. But even then, I was getting picked off more than I should. We kept pushing, took advantage of the enemy's mistake, and slowly turned the game in our favor. And in the end, despite everything, we managed to close it out and secure the win. Not my best performance, but a win is a win.
Victory!
Moving on to the second game. This time, I was a lot more composed and focused. Early on, I tried to secure the first turtle, but the enemy reacted quickly and jumped on me, took me down, and secured the objective themselves. But unlike the first game, I didn't let that affect me. I stayed calm, kept farming, and focused on playing smarter.
My only path.
Shut down!
As the game went on, I started performing a lot better, rotating properly, securing kills, and most importantly, shutting down key enemies that could have been a big problem in the late game.
Double kill! Oh, not ready. Killing spree! Mega kill! An ally has ult ready.
Everything was going well, until I made a mistake that almost cost me my composure. For a moment, I started slipping and losing control of the flow. But I managed to reset, stay focused, and not let that one mistake define the rest of the match. I kept playing it safe, made better decisions, and stayed consistent until the end.
Our turret has been destroyed. Lost control! An enemy has been slain. Launch attack!
And in the end, we were able to secure the win.
Victory!
Now moving on to game 3, and it was pretty similar story. Early on, I was able to secure a kill. Went for the first turtle, and again, just like before, they secured the first turtle and came along with my life. They took control early, starting to dominate the game. At that point, things were looking rough, but we didn't fall apart.
At the turtle!
We stayed in the game by securing kills whenever the enemy made mistakes, turning those small openings into opportunities to slowly catch up. There was one moment I made a really irresponsible move. I overreacted and basically gave myself for free to the enemy. That should have shifted the momentum, but thankfully my team stayed consistent. We kept playing smart, took better fights, and able to pressure them, and eventually turned it into our own domination. closing out the strong game.
Slain an enemy. Executed. Victory!
Now, Game 4, I wasn't able to perform that well, but still managed to support my team with my crowd control. I started off the usual way, rushing to level 4 to immediately gank the gold lane. I managed to get a kill, but I ended up dying in the process, so it was another trade. Meanwhile, the enemy jungler was playing really aggressive. He kept staying around the gold lane, clearly hungry for more kills. So I used that opportunity to secure the first turtle, giving us some much-needed advantage. After that, I tried to gank the gold lane again, but didn't go as planned. The enemy mage rotated in, and I got punished for it. At that point, I knew I had to play smarter. So instead of forcing fights, I focused more on objectives, and it paid off. I was able to secure the second turtle and third turtle, giving us solid control over the game. With that lead, we moved towards the Lord, secured it cleanly, and took it down the remaining enemies in the final push. And just like that, we closed out the game and took the win.
Victory!
Now moving on to Game 5, and this one started off really well. I was performing much better this game, rotations were clean, I was securing kills, and we were taking key objectives. But then, things suddenly took a turn. The enemy team managed to secure the first Lord, and that completely shifted the momentum. And just like that, this became our second loss of the series. However, my star is safe because of my MVP Star Protection card. Now, Game 6. And yeah, I actually forgot to hit record, but luckily, I caught it early. This time, I am in the gold lane playing carry, and I made sure to stay composed from the beginning. And then the roamer and mage tried to gank my lane, but it didn't go the way they expected. They made a mistake, and I managed to outplay them, escape, and secure the first blood. That is a strong start. From there, I kept the momentum going. Clean flow, securing kills, and constantly putting pressure on the enemy. For a while, I was really in control of the game. But then, they started focusing on me hard and completely broke my momentum. I started dying again and again, and it became hard to play. And in the end, even with the setbacks, we still managed to secure the win. Now this is Game 7, the final game for today. And for this one, I'm locking in Harley to easily secure the win. Right from the start, everything was going my way. I was playing confidently, rotations were clean, I was securing key objectives and winning fights across the map. Kill after kill, play after play. No matter how they tried to take control, I stayed completely into our hands. At this point, it was pure domination.
Mega kill. Ally has been unstoppable. Double kill.
We pushed, closed out the game cleanly. And just like that, we secured the final win and reached to 20 stars. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow for the next part of the grind.